Hello everybody, welcome back to Saving My Horse. Today is going to be episode 2, and it's going to look pretty similar to episode 1. In just a few ways, it's going to be a little bit different because we've had some new issues arise, and some old issues somewhat go away. Convict would like to say good morning. So, some new issues arise. I will show y'all those and talk about them as we ride. For now, let's go ahead and get that saddle on. So I got him all saddled up. I need to tighten that breast collar bit there. But I got him all saddled up. We're fixing to go ahead and get started on the lunging. I just need to go let out all the ponies first before they're super impatient. He's like, can we get on with it, please? So before we ride, we always first do some lunging. He did relatively well during this part. He honestly didn't start misbehaving till we were riding, so we just quickly did lunge to both sides. He's limping a little bit at the trot, which is fine for what we're currently doing. He doesn't need to trot, so as long as he's sound at the walk, we keep working. On this side, we do 1 or 2 extra laps just because he has a little cutting in issue that he does just once or twice. And I just wanted to make sure he did a few good laps before we did that. Before we finished the lunging. Because if I can't get him to work with me on the lunge, he's not going to work really well with me while we're riding. So next up is me just trying to mount him. I didn't really have help till close to the end, so I struggled for a little bit, which I filmed. It was honestly really frustrating. My dad came out, so he was able to help me hop up. It's really impressive because I just keep going. We just keep backing up. I keep chasing him with that mounting block. I had an injury a few years ago, which makes it really difficult for me to mount from the ground, so regardless of how he's behaving, I unfortunately need that mounting block. Which makes it really frustrating on days where I really wish I could just throw a leg over. Okay, so once I finally managed to hop on, we do a really simple warm-up. We're doing 3 laps of walking on both sides. I'm doing really quick and short things because I don't want him to get too bored, and boredom typically leads to him just misbehaving overall. So I'm really trying to make sure that we're sticking with something doable. So as I'm doing this, I'm really trying to think about something that I mentioned last time, that Loki instantly brings out all the bad beginner habits that I had whenever I first rode him when I was like 10 or 11, but no longer have because I've worked incredibly hard to fix said bad habits, which if you're a beginner, you know it's difficult to get rid of those habits once you build them. So he instantly just sort of brings those back out, which I really struggle with while I'm riding him. So I'm trying to think the entire time on what I'm doing with my hands, what I'm doing with my feet, whether or not my seat is correct, and just trying to review that over and over and over again in my mind. So we go ahead and we start heading the opposite direction. He's still doing really well. We're not having too much trouble. We seem to have gotten to a point where he's no longer trying to burst forward with a trot all that often, which is awesome because that was something that really scared me while he was, honestly really scared me when he was riding because I had no idea what he was going to do, and he's strong enough that he can pull away from me and take me wherever he wants. So after I complete my 3-ish laps, I go ahead and I move on to the barrel pattern. So I'm a barrel racer, so this is something that I'm super comfortable with, and whenever I'm riding a horse that I don't know or a horse that I'm uncomfortable riding, which Loki is one of those horses, I instantly gravitate back to the barrel pattern or to barrel turns or something like that because I know it well enough to feel secure and able to show a horse how to do it. Because I've patterned horses, I've ridden unpatterned horses on it, it's what I do whenever I'm trying to find something nice, easy, simple, the barrel pattern instantly. So we're doing that, and I go to the right and left because I'm not patterning him. I'm just doing this as sort of a distraction, just something fun for the two of us to do. And he does have a little bit of trouble when we go to the left, I think. The video currently, he's going to start having trouble calming down and keeping himself at that walk. Oh, 1 second. Somebody wants to speak. Now you want to be quiet? So we're having a little bit of trouble keeping that calm during the barrel pattern, but he quickly regains himself, which I'm really proud of him for, because beforehand he would not be able to do that at all. Something that I've learned with him is that right now we really want to do quick little things. So we're not trying to spend too long on perfecting a barrel turn. We're not trying to spend too long on getting a perfectly circle warm up, I guess. We're not spending too long on drills. We're doing it for just a few minutes, then moving on. Sorry about the audio if it's a little funky. I'm currently working on a new audio system, so I'm just trying to play around with it and see what works. Basically, what we're going to continue to do here while we're writing is we're going to keep on doing the barrel pattern. We're going to do a few other little fun things just to change things up here once in a while, just because that's sort of the way that this best works. So what we're fixing to do next is just going to be a little example of him pulling away and being a little too strong for me. So he's going to pull me away into a spot where the camera can't see. And part of the whole reason why Loki is so difficult for me is because when I was younger, he almost ruined horseback riding for me as a whole because he was so terrifying. So he pulls me into it. I can't stop him because he's too strong. And I quickly fix it. And by quickly, I mean I take a few deep breaths, fix it, and then we just keep on riding 1 or 2 more laps to get a positive end. But I know once he starts misbehaving, it just slowly gets worse and worse. And I wasn't necessarily in a mood to focus real hard on that. I kind of just wanted to have a nice easy ride, which I did for most of it. This is still one of the better rides that we've had. Some of my real dramatic rides I actually haven't caught on film, which I really wish I did. But yeah, we just go ahead and we do 2 more laps to sort of end it off, just make everything nice, perfect. He didn't win. That wasn't him ending the session himself. I ended it. And that's sort of just what we ended it on. So that was the end of today's episode of Saving My Horse. He did so good today, and I was really proud of the progress of what we've made. He was just so rough whenever he first came home, and I'm so excited that he's starting to make some progress. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.